But the shortcut in which you chose to take, which is buy land, one, further complicates the solution because now you've bought land, which is maybe private land, because how does the land then become the asset of the district? But also then you stand to achieve political capital from that land. So maybe the question is that, is it because you have a short-term period in which to deliver, which is say 5 years? But the other more important question would be, when I look at the insight that Maria gave us, which is that 77% of the people in the constituency still remember the promises that MPs made. And when I read these promises to construct roads, to construct water sources, construct health centers, the MP doesn't have the power to do that. So why would you promise things that you don't have the power to do?
Now, I want you to look at an MP as a leader. An MP is a leader who is literally government where they represent. So when people are voting in members of parliament and other leaders, for them that is a solution to getting services. So as a member of parliament, when I find that the challenge that my people have is water, remember, it's not that you are going to get money from your pocket and extend the water extensions, national water, whatever, but your role as a member of parliament is to ensure that these are captured in the national development plan. These are captured in the budgets of the country. That is the role of a member of parliament. To take you back to why did Honorable Namuga buy land, I have told you government cannot construct any facility that belongs to government where it doesn't have ownership. And they will tell you, we are ready to give you, say, a health center for, but your local government must buy land. Your local government tells you, for example, according to the local revenue that they do mobilize, they cannot afford to buy land. What do you do as a member of parliament? You keep quiet. So that is why we end up in fundraisings. It is not the best option, but what do you do? And I told you, this land must be transferred in the names of that local government. And I was clear that the 3 acres were transferred in the names of Zimbabwe district local government so that this facility can be constructed. Otherwise, that wouldn't be the best option. But what do? If you want to wait for your local government to get money, you will wait for ages. So when it comes to service, the reason as to why there to ensure that these solutions are given to people. How do you represent people who don't have access to safe water? Yet government promises in its the sustainable development goals, vision 2040, we must ensure that at least a given percentage of the population has access to safe water. My role as a member of parliament is to inform parliament that Zimbabwe district government still gets water through these open dams. We collect water from sources where cows drink from. It is my responsibility. And you normally have, for you who have been observing parliament, we normally have prime minister's time, always on Thursday, for you to raise questions to the prime minister directly from the ideas that you have from your constituencies. We normally bring matters of national importance, those that are so urgent from your areas. You've seen disasters. We've always been bringing these ideas to government to ensure that our people are served. So the only challenge we have, does government have the resources at least to adequately give services to the people? That is where the problem is. So if these services are not adequately and timely delivered, then MPs become liars. Somebody will say, Honorable Member, you told us that electricity would be extended to our area. First of all, it's not good for you to promise when you have not, number one, looked through the national development plans of government. Two, you must be able to follow up through budgets. It is good for you to promise depending on government programs. Otherwise, you might promise electricity, yet in the government's plan, it doesn't have any plans to extend electricity to these parts of the country. So it is true. The reason as to why we inform people about, I will ensure that I do this. I will ensure that your voice for lack of water, your voice for no medical care, your voice for no electricity, your voice for bad roads, it reaches parliament. That is the role of a member of parliament. Make sure your people are represented. Make sure their ideas reach reach parliament. And in brief, let me give you a brief on how parliament works. Parliament works through committees. We allocated different committees, and these ideas are taken to committees of parliament. We normally reach out to our district local governments. Please write to the ministry, inform it about these challenges so that I can follow up as your MP. Please do this. That is why when we even get disasters, it is not the MP to write direct. No, it is the ministry through its director, the disaster preparedness committee, that should write to ensure that the MP makes a follow-up.